Alright, and welcome everybody to tonight's race in RPM Esports F1 round 2 already in season 2. We are running the low gear division here tonight and they are driving on Brazil. It's early on in the calendar that we turn to the nice weather here in Brazil. But this race can only promise for a lot of excitement as always. We've seen a great race here last season from the low gear drivers and all the other gears as well. So let's hope all the drivers in RPM can make the same excitement come back in season 2. We are running already in the second round of season 2. It's going really fast and we are watching sprint on the first lap of tonight's race. The Haas driver is the first car on track and he will be putting a lap down on the soft tire. We've seen how strong the medium tire can be in Brazil. So it's surprising to see only 2 cars currently in the pit lane running the medium tires, as one of them is Jones, who is currently on the out lap here tonight. As Spring goes through the last corner here, and this is going to be a fast one. You want to get all this exit speed as possible and run through the finishing line. Get your way up to turn 1 and 2. The dangerous combination where you can invalidate the lap really quick and easy, but he takes it nice and quick. And the DRS is open and he's up to turn 4. And of course, Sprink will be running a first purple sector here as he's the first car on track. Now let's see if he can get a good banker lap in, as he is running now through through sector 2. This is going to be a tricky one with all the turning combinations. And his teammate Galas inside the wall of off the track at least, and he will not be setting a lap this hot lap. There we go, in second purple sector. Of course, this is still normal, and he kept it while the Red Bull was over the finishing line. And Rosebeach got disqualified from the session for going the wrong way. Sprink did a 1:08.1 and that gives him currently the pole position time. Gooey follows him on P2 with a 1:08.7. Alright, and excuse me for the mic problems that I fell away a bit. My mic fell out. So Octavio, Gooey currently on P2 in the Red Bull on the soft tire, and Zabiaka and Jones, both the Aston Martins, on 3 and 4. Jones will be one of the cars on the mediums for the moment on. Also Spivey in the McLaren joined on P5 with a 1:10.3, and he will definitely be looking for a big improvement there, as the Mighty Frex goes P4 with a 1:09.1. Looking for the following car on a lap, and it's going to be RPM Westy in the Ferrari, but he is way off time at the moment. So I guess he made a mistake somewhere and he is going in as not happy about this lap done. Rusty Oil Can then in a McLaren on the slipstream behind Jones. DRS open, and can this help him a bit getting the fastest lap done? No, it won't, but he moves up to P3 and it's a good lap from the McLaren driver, and he will be very happy with that one. Welcome everybody in chat. I see Zabiaka saying hello there. Better focus on the race, mate. Barker asking where Luke is, but Luke is a high gear driver, Barker. But since we don't do reserving in any lower gear here, I don't think he will be here tonight. And Rodzilla asking who's on comms. Well, I'm on comms always, Rick. As normally. No, Luke is tomorrow, I believe, on mid gear. With Spritzy shining on the gear where we drive, Dookie. Altea is one of the cars on a medium lap as well, and he takes it a bit wide there through the second sector. So let's hope for him it wasn't a big mistake and he didn't lose too much time with it. Surprisingly enough, not taking the shortest line towards the finishing line, and I think this is to line up for a second lap on those mediums. He did a 1:10.7 and he is now holding the time in P8. We see a few other cars now on a lap. We got Octavio as well in the Williams car, and he did a purple one in sector 1. The Williams car on the soft tires at the moment. Medium guys looking good for now. Let's see if Altea is on any improvement on his medium stint as he lined up the car. And he's not improving so far. So I guess he will be going in now. No, he won't. Maybe he had a really good last moment in the last corner. No, he didn't. And he didn't improve his time. Here comes Octavio. He goes into the pit lane. I guess he made a mistake. And he will not be selling lap on this stint. Galar, the guy who actually spun on his first stint, going to P8 on the soft tires with a 1:10 flat. And he is now in the looking good for the Haas team so far. RPM Westy, second try, as he is on a hot lap now as well. And Haas, hello buddy. Spritzy is away for work and he will be back tomorrow. Westy going purple. And Westy comes out on a 1:08.2, and that's a second time for Westy. P2 for him in the Ferrari at the moment, and that's a really good lap from the coordinator of low gear. The second coordinator for low gear. And I see Chickwing joining in as well. He's a bit glitchy over here. And Matt Johnson had a touch with him. I have no idea how that went. But this definitely affected Matt Johnson this time. But he still did P9. And he will be not that happy with that lap. But he can still improve on his second stint here. Yeah, Matt is on the lap. And Chicken Wing did get in the way there. So that's possibly a report for the stewards afterwards. When the race is done. Not paying that much attention from Chicken Wing, and Matt Johnston going in validation on the outcome of turn 6, I believe. No, yeah, turn 6. And no improvement on the lap he is currently on. Altea is improving though, not by much, but he is improving, and he goes 10th up, but he is still outside the top 10, and the mediums will not work if you qualify on them in outside the top 10, of course. Chicken Wing, the driver who seems to be very glitchy at the moment, is on a hard lap. Let's see what he can do then, coming out of the last corner now, onto the straight part, and a very, very fast corner here. I can't even call it a real corner, of course, but still. He's taking a really wide line here, and this is definitely affecting his time, and at a 1:12.2, and he will not be happy with that one on the soft tires. And we got Benjamin behind him starting his hot lap now, and then we got all cars currently having a lap time set. If he makes, of course, don't invalidates it or crashes, and I will hand that off since I'm a commentator and I don't want the commentator's crash. Benjamin looking good here with the purple sector 1. AlphaTauri driver seems to be really fast at the moment. We've already seen great results from him last season. Let's hope he can take that line with him in season 2. And Chicken Wing again in the way of a driver on a hot lap. He is really not paying attention here. And the Mercedes making a lot of mistakes and costing other drivers quite some time. I hope the stewards are watching with me here, because the Mercedes is definitely not with his head in on the race. And I think Benjamin has costed a lot of time since he needed to go a really different line on the exit of the corner there. And Benjamin goes to P11 on the soft stint, and he will try to get another lap in, I guess, straight away after. And Rodzilla, I seen that, mate, and you are a really funny guy, aren't you, you dirty old drug dealer. Richie joining as well, shouting of course for the Ferrari as always, not surprising there. And welcome, mate. Wesley is a really good engineer. Now well, let's see. Wesley currently holding the P2 position and he's really looking good there. Let's hope he wins this. He deserves it, to be honest. Yeah, he really deserves it. Here he goes, DRS open, and is he improving enough to get a serious lap in? And it's a 1:09.1, and he jumps to P7, and he will be glad with that one in the end. Do we have any other cars on track currently? And it's Spring who is out on a lap as well. I guess he's burning off fuel on this lap. I think at least. No, he's going in. So no improvement from Spring at the moment, but Gooey is on a lap and he is on sector 1 now. Let's see if he is improving. And he is improving, but not with the purple sector, just a personal improvement. I did just say it, Rodzilla, I did. Welcome also Boris to the stream. Gooey going for his stint here. Let's see what his second sector is looking like. And he's still improving, and it's purple one as well. Can he improve enough on the last part of the track to maybe gain enough and take P3? Currently holding by Jones, and he did improve, but not by much. 400ths of a second, and he is still holding P4 with a really nice time, to be honest. A 1:08.444 on P4. That's just planned. I think he just planned that, and I don't know what Sabiaka is doing here, but he spun, I guess, and he is in the way of some drivers now. See, it's the Mighty Frex and Matt Johnston both on the outlap, and Sabiaka just let him pass. Yeah, good job there. And Gooey just did his lap, so I don't think he is going for it again, and otherwise he will not be now. And Sabiaka was a bit in the way there for 3 cars. And now also Rusty Oil Can, but he is on a hot lap and he gets the space from the Mighty Frex at least, and there's Gooey in front of him. McLaren driver currently holding P5, and he is definitely looking strong so far on Brazil. That is his. Is it enough to get a decent position on track? And it's still P5. Did improve, not a lot. Also 4 hundredths of a second. Oh, and he spun on the outcome of turn 1. And oh, keep it out of the wall there, mate. You don't want that rear wing damage. I have no idea actually if the game repairs it. If you're in qualifying, my track's currently up with 4th, up on his time with 3/10 of a second. And he invalidates his lap as well. Let's go to our currently P2 position with engineer on board. He is 2 seconds up, so I think his engineer is not doing a really good job here. Westy, look out for chicken wing tonight. He is definitely not paying that much attention. And there he goes already. Bretty needed to slam the brake on the entry of turn 1, and that will ruin another lap for him. And Chicken Wing is also on a hard lap, so I think, yeah, of course he is allowed to hold that position, but still, yeah, I think, yeah, we've seen him spacing around a bit, and Westy now looking really far, a lot faster than him, but he just, oh, and there he goes, wing damage for Westy, and he's off track, and he takes Chicken Wing with him, and I don't, yeah, this is one for the stewards. I know, really appreciate it, Boris, for tuning in, and yeah, good luck for all the low gear stewards after the race. Westy now having wind damage, and he needs to go in, and he won't have any time to improve his lap. And Rusty Oil Cans is on a hard lap. He already did 2 stints on this tire. Is it still healthy enough to do a big improvement? As Jones actually took the first position. I completely missed that one. Because of the chaos going on track with the Mercedes currently holding P13, and Jones has a P1 with a 107.8. Russell again going P5 still. He did improve, and he's really close behind Gui now, but not enough to take away the position and go up 1 place on the grid in the qualifying. He did get enough time to do another stint though, but can he improve there? No, I guess he won't. And Matt Johnson on the mediums as well. He invalidated his lap. Zabiaka on the soft tire. Let's see what he can do in the Aston Martin. Can he join his teammate up front and maybe go for a 1-2 start for the Aston Martin cars? Wow, I'm talking way too fast. And he's purple in sector 2. Let's see what he's going to do on the final part of the track. Taking the shortest line towards the finishing line. And it's a 108.1. And he goes P3. So RPM Westy, who had a really bad, a really unfortunate last few moments in his last stint, loses his current position for Zabiaka. Zabiaka going P4, and that's it for tonight's grid as 2 other cars go in as they invalidated their last stint. And that's the grid for tonight's race. So 16 cars on track. Rosenberg unfortunately couldn't set a lap in. I have no idea how he done that. I think the game didn't allow him to get back on track fast enough. Then we got Otavio and the Maverick not setting a lap as well. I don't know what happened to those 2 guys, but unfortunately for those 2 drivers as well, will be starting at the back with no time. We got Jones in P1, Spring in P2, Zabiaka in P3, and Wesley on P4. That's our 2 first grid lines. And let's hope these guys can give up a really nice show here. And good to see the chat really active here tonight. I love it. 15 people watching as well. Welcome to everybody who just tuned in. We just done the qualifying of low gear here in round 2 Brazil, and Jones took P1. I completely missed it. If I knew he was on such a fast lap, I would have tuned in. But yeah, there we go. Aston Martin really looking strong so far on Brazil. As we can see, it's all the way to P7. It's all within a second. And quite a gap between P7 and 8 as well, as Matt Johnson and Spivey have a 3/10 gap between the two drivers. Westy on P4 of course, Gui on P5, Russell Oilcan on P6, Matt Johnson joining on P7, Spivey on P8, Maverick on P9, Benjamin Cardiff on P10, Galar, Altea 11 and 12, Chickawing and Octavio on 13 and 14, and the Maverick and Rosebeer. Unfortunately, no time set, and those two guys will be starting at the last part of the grid lineup. Here we go, and the grid seems to be lined up already, and the formation lap is on. Have to go on board with Jones. As all, I guess all people watching it tonight can clearly remember this track like a professional, but we will still go on board and see what we can find out. And if any of the guys in chat currently, as the chat is just really active here tonight, throw in some predictions, man. Go for some predictions in the chat. Maybe you wanna have a big slammer in it, and gonna say one of the drivers in the back will win it. Oh, and I forgot to set the tires. So let's see at the tire. There's this pit stop strategy predicted at least. So we can soft hard or soft medium, of course, or soft medium soft. It just depends on what you want. But we got Matt Johnson who qualified on the mediums inside the top 10. That's a really good work from him. And then we got Octavio, Maverick, and on the mediums, and Rosebeer all the way at the back on the hard tire. So he wants to drive as long as possible and try to get as many places after his pit stop. Barker saying Westy goes for the win with Jones and Sprink on P2 and 3. Then we got Colin saying a safety car lap 2. And Barker also saying a safety car after turn 1. As we got no view on the lights, what we do have here, and we got to join Sprink as he would want to watch his start. There's 5 lights on, and then they are off. We are racing, which is now, and here we go, and it looks like a really good start from Sprink. Already going for the attack on P1, and Zabiaka as well. Jones had a really bad start there. Oh, and he spun around a bit. Zabiaka now overtaking him. Westy going wide because Jones, and he needed to avoid Jones there as he came back on track, but he is now currently holding the P3 position. Jones lost 4 positions, I mean, now towards his starting grid. As Rusty Koyokan also takes over the position to P4. Qualy really close behind Jones now. Matt Johnson following him on the mediums, and his pace seems good at the start. Qualy going wide. Benjamin Gardiff still holding P8. Mighty Frax at P9. Then we've got Altea on P10, and Chicken Wing seems to be losing quite some places as Rosebitch has an amazing start. Rosebitch jumped towards P12 all the way from the start till now on those hard tires, and he's doing a really good job. Chicken Wing losing out again, and he's touching this rear tire of Octavio here, crashes him out, and he takes out Octavio on the exit of sector 2, and that's going to be a virtual safety car. Octavio is out of the race, and he's definitely not going to be happy with the standards of this Mercedes car here tonight. Oh my god, he has no front wing left, also no helmet on, that's really unsafe, but he has no front wing left, and he takes out one of the Williams drivers on the first lap of the race. It's still a virtual safety car, not a full safety car. And that's really unfortunate for the Williams driver here tonight. And he's now in the pit lane. He went for the medium tires, and also Galar and Maverick. I think those two guys had a touch as well, as they went in for a tire as well. Unfortunately, I have no TAS here tonight since my computer completely left me out here tonight. Yesterday already, to be honest, as he won't turn on anymore. But it's getting fixed as soon as possible. And there we go. He has 2 drivers behind him again. And we already see Maverick on the inside, and he overtakes it. Chicken Wing nice and clean, no damage done. And Chicken Wing now losing his position, and he goes wide again. He seems to be having no feeling on this track at all. His connection seems really bad as well, and I feel sorry for Galar, to be honest, at the moment, to need to overtake him. As he tries the inside, but he just doesn't dare. And of course he does. And he just seen him taking out the Williams completely out of the blue. Octavio was having a really good overtake there, as Matt Johnson and Gooey switching positions, but I kind of want to see what's going on here for the moment, as Chicken Wings run wide again, and his car is just all over the place. Oh, and he crashes out himself now. And is he completely out? No, he's not. And I don't know what happened there, but he crashed out completely. And he goes in again. Galar now safe from the Mercedes driver, who was having a really bad connection here tonight. And I think it's safe for him to just retire in the pit lane and let the other guys drive. Now we can switch up to the battles we having on track, because Zabiaka really fast behind Westy. Westy was in P2, but he's now lost the position towards Zabiaka again. Sprink holding P1 at the moment, and the Zabiaka lost the position again to Westy. Westy braking late in turn 1 and taking back the P2 position, but Zabiaka has DRS again, and he's gonna get it clean and slightly. Oh, Westy's still defending though. Westy not giving up his position easily, and Zabiaka really needs to fight for it. Oh, Westy going on the inside, bit of the grass there. Outside line now here. Rusty Oil Can looking for the movement as well, as the 2 guys in front of him are battling it off for the second podium position. Here we go, Westy having DRS as well, but Rusty Oil Can having a really good exit speed there. DRS is open, but he can't close in enough, and he decides to go out of the slipstream. Westy now on the inside line, turn 1, braking late, and going for the move on Zabiaka, and taking back P2. Sabiaka now getting it back. It's switching and switching between the guys. And Rusty Oil Can, late break, inside line. Oh, Westy didn't see him there. Westy just didn't see the car there, and he lost the position towards the Rusty Oil Can as well now. He is currently holding P4, and Jones really trying to get inside of Westy there, and I think Westy got damage. I think he got damage somewhere, as he lost 2 positions on just 1 turn. And I don't know what happened to Westy here. But he's out. Oh, and there's Rosebeard spinning. Oh, and Westy left the session. And I got confirmation in the chat now for Barker saying Westy left for a restart. So we're gonna have a lobby restart, and I guess because one driver currently holding a really bad connection. And all drivers now leaving the session. And we're gonna have a lobby restart, guys, and I'm gonna be back with you guys in a few minutes for the real race.